before I start, let me show you guys these. This is my favorite Christmas present. These are for my aunt. I have one for Momo and one for Zeus, and they're just so cute. One still has a little bit of tea in it. The other thing is that I stayed up way too late last night watching Making a Murderer on Netflix, so if I look a little sleepy, that's why. But I still popped out of bed like a daisy this morning because I am so excited to film this video. This is my best of the best, my beauty roundup for 2015. It's mostly makeup items, but I do have a couple bonus categories at the end. But when I was laying everything out, I thought it might be interesting to see if there was any overlap from 2014. So I went back to that video and I found 3 things that appeared again. First is the Nars Pro Prime eyeshadow base. I still haven't found anything better. This keeps my eyeshadow so vibrant and crease free. And then something that I was obsessed with in 2014 and I still use pretty much every time I do my makeup is the RMS Beauty Unpowder. This is my favorite setting powder. It just helps to control oil, but it also kind of blurs the look of my pores, which is huge. And then this is a nail product. It's the Nails Inc Nailkale Illuminator. And this is amazing if I want my nails to look really nice, pretty, and polished, but I don't want to spend the time that it takes to do a full-on manicure. Just a couple coats of this and my nails look really nice. Moving into products I started using last year, this first one is a Target find. It's the Pacifica Rose Gold Brightening Primer Serum. This is amazing for people with oily skin who want a little bit of a glow, but you don't want it to go too far into greasy territory. I love applying this, especially underneath long wearing foundations. It really helps them look a little bit more natural and a little bit of that glow comes out, and I absolutely love it. Only thing is that sometimes the product leaks out of this, so I don't know if it's just this one package. A couple of you guys have said that that's happened to you too, so I just have to be careful how I store it, but this is a huge favorite. I had 2 standout foundations. The first is the Gressa Minimalist Corrective Serum Foundation. Why do I love this so much? I have found nothing that can help cover redness while feeling weightless on the skin. This is almost, it's like another skincare step. The ingredients are so good, it feels so good going on, yet it still has some serious coverage. And I have tried a lot of nice natural foundations, but this is the only one where I'm on the second bottle. I feel like this summer was especially swampy and humid in DC, and pretty much anything I put on my face was just slipping and sliding around. So I wanted to find a really good waterproof foundation. And the one I ended up purchasing is the MAC Prolongwear Nourishing Waterproof Foundation. In the summer, I was NW20, but since it's gotten cooler outside, now I'm pretty much mixing equal parts NW20 and NW15, and I love this. It lasts so well. This is what I have on today over top of the Pacifica primer. So I'm getting that glow, but this lasts so well that I know that my foundation is going to stay in place until the end of the day. In 2014, I raved about the Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer, and I just could not imagine liking anything more. But last year, I was introduced to the Urban Decay Naked Skin. And while I like the color selection better in the Nars, the Urban Decay gives me just as much coverage with less creasing, which is huge. So this is the one I ended up repurchasing. I'm able to knock out contour and highlight with the same product. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Film Star Bronze and Glow. So beautiful. I tried quite a few things from this line over the past year. I liked them pretty much all, but this is my favorite. I just think the contour is so natural. I have this on today. I'm also wearing the highlighter, and this highlighter is my current favorite powdered highlighter. I had wanted this for a long time, but it was expensive, so I put off. But you can see that I've used this a lot, but I've barely put 2 little dents in it, so I think it's going to be something that lasts me for a long time. The first blush that I fell in love with is actually a bronzer from Iredale, and what I like so much about this is that you get 4 colors. So if I want to, I could just take a big powder brush, swirl them all together, slap it on my cheeks, and then be out the door, or I could be a little bit more intentional in placement. And I could use the pink shades as a blush, the bronzer all over, and then the lightest one as a highlight. So that was gorgeous. And then I think my favorite blushes out of the entire year are probably not going to come as any surprise. They are the Too Faced Love Blush blushes. Oh, I love these. I love them on their own, but I really love them together, and that's how I'm wearing them today. And I wear these pretty much every day. I have to force myself to use other ones. The one I use on the back of my cheeks is the mauve color called Baby Love, and this is so pretty. And then I think I really like both, but my favorite out of the 2 has to be I Will Always Love You. The reason being, I think that this is just the perfect amount of warmth for my skin tone, and it's the perfect amount of glow, and I think it just makes me look really healthy and just like I have some life in me. These are huge favorites, and if you haven't tried this formula yet, I highly recommend it. I think probably in my January favorites, I'm going to be talking about a palette. They came out with a limited edition palette with little mini size pans of all these, and I just think it's a great value. For eyeshadow, my most used palette is the Tarte Tartelette palette, which is the entirely matte one. You can see that mine's looking a little bit rough, but that is because I have used this a ton. You can create stunning, completely matte looks with this. I think the shades are beautiful. They blend out or you can use this with something more shimmery or a cream shadow, something like that. And then the other favorite palette, it's kind of in the same vein. This is the Jane Iredale Daytime Eyeshadow Kit, and this is my favorite work appropriate. It's so easy. It's just so easy to grab this, and you don't have to think. The looks just kind of create themselves. Just like the Tarte one, the matte colors in this blend out beautifully, and I really love this lightest shade, the one with a little bit of glow. I think my #1 discovery out of 2015 are the Kat Von D Metal Crush eyeshadows. I have quite a few of these from the line, but these are my 2 most worn colors. The lightest shade is called Thunderstruck. This is gorgeous all over the lid, and if you have a fair skin tone, it also makes a really pretty cheek highlighter. And then this bronzy color is called Synergy, and I have not found another single eyeshadow that has such crazy amount of pigmentation and just really smooth texture. They're just really just fun colors to use. And then cream eyeshadow was a little bit hard. It was between this one and the by Terry Bronze Moon, and that's a gorgeous color. I just think I wore this one a little bit more, and this also has a little bit of sentimental value. I used this on my friend Sarah when I did her makeup for her wedding in September. It is the Charlotte Tilbury Eyes to Mesmerize in Marie Antoinette. This is like half antiqued gold, half bronze. I like to apply it really heavily to my lid and then buff it out with colors from the Tarte Lip Palette. Just an absolutely gorgeous look. Lipsticks were by far the hardest category, and you guys are gonna laugh when you see this, but I swatched them all. Can you tell that 2015 had a definite color theme? And the top shade is a little bit of a cheat. This is my custom Bite lipstick that I made at the Bite Beauty Lip Lab up in New York City. I wanted to include it because I love this color. I got a lot of use out of it, and that trip was so fun. And that is, I think that's probably my favorite video that I uploaded last year. It was just so fun. And I wanted to show you that the swatch right underneath of that is Red Apple Lipstick's Firecracker. And that's probably the color I have that's most similar. Firecracker is more red, but that was my power color all during the summer. I loved it, and I really like Red Apple Lipstick's formula. So I'm gonna get up a little bit closer and I'll walk you through all these swatches. So my custom Bite shade, Red Apple Lipstick Firecracker, Mac Mare, Charlotte Tilbury Bond Girl, and then this is the Gressa Lip Boost in the shade Regal. While I clearly love lipsticks, I actually think that last year was the year of the lip liner. I got really into using them, and now I can't imagine not using them. I had quite a few, but I tried to narrow it down to 3. The first is Mac Soar. This is great. It's a great color, and I use this underneath so many different lipsticks, so I think this one is really versatile. And I think the one that kind of helped start this whole craze was Jane Iredale Spice, and this is what I have on all over my lips with a gloss over top. And of course, I can't leave out the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk. This is their Lip Cheat in Pillow Talk, another beautiful color. For mascara, there was a few that I liked, but by far the one I used the most, in fact, I opened up a new tube of it this morning, is the Stila Huge Extreme Lash Mascara. This gives crazy amounts of volume. I really like how it looks. Sometimes it can get a little bit clumpy, so what I like to do is apply 1 or 2 coats of this and then go in with a more separating mascara like the Well People. And then if I want length, I really enjoyed the Benefit Roller Lash. This is just a little travel size tube, but I feel like the brush really grips my lashes and gives them a lot of length. I don't know if it really curls, but it definitely gives a lot of lift. For brow products, I always go back to MAC's Lingering. This is still my favorite brow pencil. Last year I tried to be a little adventurous and try some of the pomades that were popular. I felt like they were a lot of work until I tried the one from Eco Brow. This one is so much easier, at least for me, and I really like the end result. And the color I have is specifically made for people with auburn hair, and it's called Rita. It's a really great color match. So what I did today over, you can see on this brow, is that I built up the shape with Lingering, and then I filled in with Rita for the color. That is all for makeup items, but if you want to stick around, I have a couple bonus categories, the first being skincare. And still my favorite skincare brand is Paula's Choice, and that's what the bulk of my products are, but they really haven't changed. So if you're curious, I will link my Paula's Choice skincare favorites. That was another favorite video because I was able to introduce you guys to my Gammy. So I'll have that linked. But as for products I really started faithfully using in 2015, the first is the One Love Organics Skin Savior, and this is a waterless beauty balm. I could do an entire video just on this one product because there are so many different uses for it. It's my favorite multi-purpose product. My favorite use is as a morning cleanser. If I wake up and my skin feels really dehydrated and just lackluster, I apply this all over and then I let it sit for at least 15 minutes while I do some other things. And then when I take a damp cloth and remove it, it's like life has been given back to my skin. I'm just more glowy, and when I end up putting makeup on, everything applies so smoothly. So this was a huge favorite. And then I also have, where did it go? The Kiehl's Clearly Corrective Dark Circle Perfector. So this has an SPF of 30, and it is fantastic to have sun protection that I can bring up really near my eye without any irritation. It has some great ingredients, but my favorite thing about this is that it has a tint. And if you have very dark under eye circles, it's just nice to have one extra layer of color correction. This was another thing that I felt was really expensive when I bought it, but I have been using this faithfully every morning and I still have a ton left, so I think it was a great investment. This is the Kypris Antioxidant Dew, such a huge favorite, and I think I really like this for two main reasons. First is that I have a very ruddy, reactive complexion, and I felt like every time I applied this, it was so calming. I also really like the texture. It's different than other oils and serums. It's almost milky. Unfortunately, I have used it all up, and I have so many other that I need to get through, but at some point, I will definitely be purchasing this. For body care, apparently, I couldn't go through a yearly favorites without at least one Paula's Choice product. This kind of is new to their line, and I started using it last year. This is their Clear Acne Body Spray, and if you suffer from blemishes on your chest or your back, it's frustrating. I had such a frustrating summer, but within days of using this, things started to clear up, and I cannot wait to go into spring and summer of this year and wear whatever sundresses I want to and not worry about if they dip too low, because this has just cleared everything up and just made everything look super even. Another summertime favorite was the Perfect Matte Body Perfection Gel. This does have an SPF of 30, which is nice, but the main reason that this is the favorite is for the color. Sunless tanners, I just hate the upkeep that comes along with them, but this gave me the look that I had spent forever meticulously applying a sunless tanner, yet when I'm done, this just rinses off in the shower and I don't have to worry about something wearing off unevenly or patchy, and the color that this turned my arms and legs was just really pretty, and it gave my skin just a really even tone. For Haircare Favorites, I only had one standout product, and that is the Claron Dry Shampoo, and this saved me many a morning when I just wanted 15 more minutes of sleep. This is my most heavy duty out of all the dry shampoos that I have, so when things are looking really bad, this is the one I reach for. I have two nail polishes. My most worn is the Nails Inc Victoria Beckham Bamboo White, and this is an interesting color. Normally light pinks, whites don't look that good on me, but every person that I've seen wear this color, it looks so good. So I think that is a great recommendation. And then for favorite nail brand discovery, it has to go to Smith & Cult. This bottle is Stockholm Syndrome, which is one of my favorites. Today I'm wearing Doe, I think it's called Doe My Dear. That's actually my friend Sarah's, and she's probably wondering what I've done with it because I've had it for over a month. This is another really pretty color, and the thing I like so much about this, other than the beautiful bottles, is that the formula dries really quick and it lasts for a really long time on my nails. Last but not least, I have a perfume, and this is something I purchased toward the end of the year, but it has become such a huge favorite, and that is Commodities Moss. I reach for this every single day, and I would not think of myself as someone drawn to green scents, yet I cannot get enough of this, and I'm getting a little bit low on my travel spray, and I did get some gift cards to Sephora for Christmas, so I am going to buy the full-size bottle and probably another travel spray to keep in my bag. That is all I have for you guys today, but I wanted to quickly say thank you so much for being a part of my channel in 2015. I had a blast making videos, and I have so many ideas for 2016 videos, and I wish each of you the best that this new year has to offer. And if you have any yearly favorites, I love reading those. I'm always looking for new things to try, and I have some gift cards to use up, so leave those down below. Thank you so much for watching today, and I'll be back with a new video very soon.